Hello and welcome, my dear friend. Let me start with something direct, because there's no gentle way to say this. There's a reason you don't post your photos anymore, and it's not insecurity. It's not shyness. It's not being private. It's because something in you has changed, and you can feel it every time you try to hit upload. Chosen ones, this shift didn't begin on the outside. It started somewhere deeper, somewhere you don't often put into words. Here's the truth you've never said out loud. You don't like being looked at by people who cannot see you. For years, people misread your expressions, your silence, your heart. They guessed wrong. They projected. They twisted simple moments into stories that had nothing to do with who you were. And eventually, you learned something most people never do. Attention is not the same as understanding. So now, when you think about posting a photo, a quiet voice inside you hesitates, not from fear, from wisdom, because the truth is simple. People study your pictures more than you think. They zoom in, they compare, they read things into your eyes that don't belong there, and somehow, even across a screen, you can feel it. It's strange, isn't it? How you can sense the difference between someone looking at your photo with genuine warmth and someone looking with judgment or envy or pretending they know you based on a frozen moment. That sensitivity is not imagination. It's spiritual awareness, sharper now because of everything you've lived through. God didn't hide your face. He sharpened your discernment. You feel intentions now, not just attention. You feel the weight behind someone's gaze, even digitally, and you know more than ever that a photo isn't just a photo. It's permission for people to decide who they think you are, and your spirit is tired of being misread. Think back to the days when posting felt simple, when you didn't feel the room watching you, when you didn't sense the motives behind the likes or the silence. Now, you feel the atmosphere even in the digital world. You feel the difference between admiration and assessment. You feel when someone is studying you instead of seeing you. That's not paranoia. That's growth. You've become someone whose presence carries context. Your story carries meaning, and your eyes, whether you like it or not, tell the truth about where you've been. There's a new steadiness in your face now, a maturity, a clarity. Your expression reveals things you once hid, your resilience, your boundaries, your depth. And because of that, posting a picture feels like giving out access you no longer owe anyone. You didn't stop posting. You evolved, and your spirit knows the truth. The old version of you, the one comfortable being visible to everyone, no longer exists. Do you remember the last time you took a picture you actually liked? How you stared at it and thought, I look different. Not prettier, not worse, just different. Like your eyes were holding a truth you hadn't spoken yet. Like your face finally matched the person you've worked so hard to become. That moment wasn't random. You grew faster than the environment around you. And giving people something to analyze, your posture, your smile, your eyes, feels wrong now. Not scary, not dramatic, just wrong. Because deep down, you're protecting something. You're protecting your peace. You're rebuilding, your stability, your softening. Not out of fear, but out of respect for the person you are becoming. Chosen ones, there's another layer to this. Your photos tell the truth, even when your words don't, even when your life is quiet, even when you're still figuring things out. Your face shows the truth anyway. Your eyes carry it. Your energy leaks through the image whether you want it to or not. And you've had people misread you too many times for you to hand out that kind of access casually. You've had people treat your honesty like entertainment, your vulnerability like weakness, your evolution like gossip material. So your spirit made a decision before your mind ever did. Not everyone gets access to me anymore. And that's why posting feels uncomfortable, not dramatic, just inappropriate, like revealing something sacred in a place that hasn't earned it. It's not hiding, it's not insecurity. It's alignment with who you've become. You stopped giving strangers a window into a process they never helped build. You stopped letting old acquaintances check in on your growth through a picture. You stopped letting people study your changes without understanding the journey behind them. What you're guarding isn't your face. You're guarding your becoming. Because photos once documented your life, now they reveal your spirit. And your spirit is not for everyone. So if you've hesitated to post, if you've hovered over share and suddenly felt exposed, if something in you says, this doesn't feel right anymore, it's because some eyes don't deserve access to the person you are now. And my dear friend, what God has been building in you is something people were never meant to witness prematurely. There's something else you need to understand about this shift in you. It didn't happen because you became distant. It happened because you became accurate. Accurate about who deserves access. Accurate about what drains you. Accurate about how people read you without ever asking you a single real question. When your spirit matures, your privacy matures with it. And posting pictures suddenly becomes less about sharing life and more about giving strangers a doorway into your energy. That's why you hesitate, because deep down you know this. Every picture is a piece of your presence, and you stopped giving your presence away for free. Some people only want a glimpse of you so they can fill in the rest with their imagination. And you've lived long enough to know that imagination is usually wrong. You've also seen how quickly people form opinions based on one angle, one expression, 1 second in time. That used to bother you. Now it just feels unnecessary. Your spirit outgrew the need to be interpreted. Dear chosen one, here's another truth. You are not meant to be consumed the way the internet consumes people. Your face carries too many layers. Your eyes carry too much memory. Your presence has too much weight for quick scrolling. This is why you feel different about yourself lately. It's not vanity, it's awareness. You know when someone is looking from curiosity. You know when someone is looking from envy. You know when someone is looking just to compare themselves to you. Your discernment is no longer something you turn on, it's something you live in. And here's the part most people will never understand. You don't hate taking pictures, you hate the feeling of being misread through them. There's a big difference. Think about it. You can stand in front of a mirror and feel fine. You can take a photo and think, this actually looks like me. But the moment you think about posting it, there's a pull, a pause, a quiet interruption inside you. Not because you doubt yourself, because you understand yourself. And that understanding changed what exposure means to you. Exposure used to mean attention. Now it means vulnerability you didn't agree to. So you choose silence. You choose to keep your growth sacred. You choose to keep your evolution unobserved until you decide otherwise. That's not fear, that's spiritual maturity. Let me put it this way. When God starts building something in you, He also starts protecting the space around you. And people forget that growth often requires privacy. Not isolation, privacy. Privacy gives your spirit room to develop without being watched, without being doubted, without being commented on by people who don't even know your middle name. That's why your silence online has been heavier lately. It's not because you're hiding, it's because God has been shaping parts of you that can't be photographed. Your confidence, your discernment, your boundaries, your identity, your emotional clarity, your spiritual maturity. You can't photograph maturity or healing, but they always show up in your photos. And that's what makes you pause. Because whether people admit it or not, they read your eyes before they read your caption. They study your expression long before they understand your story. And this time in your life, this particular stretch of becoming, is not meant to be misunderstood. You don't want someone to see a photo and think they know where you're at. They don't. And honestly, they're not supposed to. This version of you is not for casual observation. Chosen ones, listen carefully. Your photos reveal your growth before your life does. And God knows that. That's why He's been tightening your circle, why your urge to share has decreased, why your spirit feels more guarded, more intentional, more selective. Because people can sense your evolution even through a still image, and not everyone handles that correctly. Some admire it, some misinterpret it, some envy it, some fear it. And God doesn't want your evolution landing in the wrong hands, so He placed a restraint inside you, a hesitation, a quiet knowing, the kind that whispers, "Wait, not yet." Not because you're unworthy of being seen, but because the new version of you isn't finished forming. And when God is still building, no one else gets to walk through the construction site. Not co-workers, not old friends, not distant relatives, not people who only watch your life from a distance. This season is your protected season. And when it's time to be visible again, you won't feel that pause anymore. You won't hesitate. You'll know instantly, I'm ready. They can see me now. Until then, honor the intuition, honor the pause, honor the fact that your spirit is saying what your mind hasn't yet. I don't want to be observed. I want to be understood. And, my dear friend, the understanding is coming, not through photos, but through who you are becoming next. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If this message resonated, please like, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to stay connected. Continue your awakening journey by choosing one of the videos on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.